Good morning everyone. This is Marinisha here to present you about the direct method. The direct method. This method was advocated by the reformers. It is also known as natural method or reform method, and it is called in another way as phonetic method. The label direct method became popular and influential during the beginning of the 20th century. The direct method was against the use of translation, so teaching of English is done directly through English medium. No teaching of English is done by their mother tongue or particular language, vernacular language. It refrains using the native language. According to Webster's New International Dictionary, they say that direct method is a method of teaching a foreign language and without the study of formal grammar. It was established in Germany and France around 1900. It started when teachers started experimenting with teaching and educational models. It helps to learn foreign languages as that of his mother tongue. Learning language is direct experience and expression. Now we are going to see the different stages of learning in direct method. There are five methods. They are mechanical, grammatical, idiomatic and lexical, literary and archaic. Mechanical is pronunciation of words and sentences are mastered thoroughly, where in grammatical categories in the text are identified and taught. The teaching of grammar is graded from easy to difficult. Idiomatic and lexical is where idioms and other sources are taught systematically. Literary, where graded text from contemporary literature are studied. Archaic, where older literature with particular emphasis on its syntaxical items is studied. Where archaic is an older form. So it is an older literature with particular emphasis. Now, features of the direct method: delay in using printed material for reading, learning, writing, or spelling. No grammar and translation is used in the direct method. Avoidance of teaching through books and printed materials in the direct method. It should be taught only by experience and practically. The guidelines in this method: never explain, just act. Never make a speech, ask questions to the students. Never imitate mistake, correct them. Never speak with single words, use sentences to speak. Never speak too much, make students speak much. Never use the book, use your lesson plan to teach. Never go too fast, keep to the pace of the student. Never speak too slowly, speak normally. Never speak too quickly, speak naturally. Never be impatient, take it easy and be calm to handle the students. Characteristics of the direct method: lessons in the target language, focus on everyday vocabulary, visual aids to teach vocabulary, particular attention is placed on the accuracy of pronunciation and grammar, systematic approaches developed for comprehension and oral expression. These are the five basic characteristics of the direct method. Now let's see advantages of the direct method. More emphasis on oral work and spontaneity. Direct bond between thought and expression, therefore learners have a good command over the language. For teaching idioms of English, this method is best suitable and learners get a lot of exposure in this method. Proceeds from particular to general and from concrete to abstract, makes language teaching easy and pleasant. Based on the direct involvement of the student, when speaking, listening to foreign language is common in everyday situations. Introduces learners phonetic symbols before they see standard writing examples. Principles of direct method: direct association between thought and words, develop a good oral fluency. Students must learn the second language as they have learnt their first language. Learning of English must be very natural, gives a lot of stress on correct pronunciation, advocate teaching of oral skills. All classroom instruction are to be given only in the target language, not in their vernacular language. Oral practice, repetition is very essential in the direct method. Limited vocabulary of items, words, and phrases. Stress is laid on functional grammar, that is through examples and not by rules. Inhibition of mother tongue is not allowed. Sentences as the unit of speech, emphasis is laid on speaking full sentences, not in short forms. Audio-visual aids are used extensively. Only day-to-day vocabulary and sentences are to be taught, not more than that. Oral communication skills are to be built up in a carefully graded progression, organized around question and answer exchanges between teachers and learners in small interactive classes. Grammar is to be taught inductively. New teaching points are to be introduced orally. Concrete vocabulary is to be taught through demonstration. Objects and pictures are to be used. Abstract vocabulary is to be taught association of ideas. Both speech and listening comprehension are to be taught. Correct pronunciation is to be emphasized. Techniques used in the direct method. Learners read out sections of a passage, play, or dialogues loudly. The teacher uses pictures, gestures, or other means to make the meaning of the text clear. The teacher never uses the student's mother tongue. No translation is used in explaining the text. Learners are encouraged to think and communicate in English. Learners are to ask questions and give answers only in English, the target language, not in their vernacular language. Fill in the blank exercise are given without giving grammar rules. No mother tongue is used. No explicit teaching of grammar is allowed. The teacher reads passages and students are to write down what they have heard. Dictation is given after listening practice. Vocabulary is emphasized over grammar. The direct method is based upon situations, for example, doing shopping, or topics such as map reading, the better, money, etc. Oral communication is basic and pronunciation receives a lot of attention. Testing is done both orally and in writing. Interviews may be conducted. So, these are the definitions, principles, techniques, and advantages of the direct method. Thank you.